Hello. Shut up, I'm doing the intro. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of Hero Highlight, where we're going to talk about our D&D characters, campaigns, and their worlds. I am Void, and this is Chloe. Together we have about 10 years worth of experience, and today is going to be on our villains.
Okay. Ready? Okay.
Do your villain first. Mine is complicated.
Okay. So this was a previous campaign that I had run over summer and then part of a school year. It started off with all the characters knowing a central character who gets hired by the central character's boyfriend to go save the character. If you follow all that, you have a similar mind as me.
No. What?
Okay. All the characters.
Yep, the campaign characters.
Knew my character. Knew this one character.
Call him Fred.
Lida.
Okay, I was like, what character is this? Okay, so the campaign knows Lida.
Yes.
Okay.
They're hired by her boyfriend,
Okay.
Bilbo.
Dildo? What?
Bilbo!
Oh, was it literally Bilbo?
Yes!
Oh, I thought we renamed him at least.
No!
Okay, so Bilbo hires
The
Lida's party. Okay.
To save Lida.
Okay.
Because something's weird with her. So,
okay.
The main villain is a guy named Crowley Crimson.
Is that from the Good Omens thing?
No, but there's a lot of Crowleys.
Because there's one in Supernatural too, right?
So the Supernatural one is Crowley, and then the Good Omens is Crowley.
It's the same fucking thing.
It is.
Okay, so...
It's pronunciation.
So new Crowley.
Yes.
Okay.
Different Crowley.
Got it.
His big thing is to take over the world.
Okay, Gru. I'm gonna steal the moon! Today's full of references already. Usually I don't get references.
So his big plan is to manipulate workers into doing all the work while overthrowing kingdoms. So, like, he has a lot of, like, little things in play to gradually overthrow the kingdom and take over the world.
Okay.
So, his main ally is a guy named Ashes Killian.
Okay. This is also bad guy.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, my big point was, it's like, there's like, supposed to be 3 major battles. So the first one is they fight Ashes, who's just, I don't know, a basic white guy who's, what is the term? They're it's not underappreciated, but essentially underappreciated? Low self-esteem?
Okay, more references. Is this like The Incredibles, where that one guy just wanted to be really popular, and when he wasn't, he just went bad?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. I don't remember his name, but
this
Jimmy Neutron looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. More references. Okay, we're
fine. So off track today. It's fine.
Yeah, this is our chaos recording episode. It's fine.
So Ashes Killian, his big thing is that he is marrying Lida.
Okay.
But Lida is currently under mind control from Crowley.
Crowley is mind controlling Lida to marry bad guy, even though Bilbo is boyfriend?
Yes.
'Cause mind control makes her want bad guy.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Okay. So your character became the crux of, we need to go save her from the bad guys, and then the bad guys' whole thing
is he just wants to help take over the area.
So why did he want Lida?
It was a gift from Crowley.
Oh, okay, so Crowley's like, I'll get you hot, bitch.
Yeah.
If you serve me, and then
And then in the end, so the goal was, just as the party was about to kill Ashes, Lida was gonna come in and go stabby stabby.
Because the mind control wore off?
No. Because Ashes was about to either die or get taken hostage. So Crowley, to avoid him spilling any dirty secrets...
Oh, Crowley stabby stab.
Crowley made Lyta stabby stab.
Oh, got it. Okay, and then ultimate betrayal.
Yes.
Because he thinks, it's like, but you were my betrothed.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
So then the second arc would be finding and fighting Lyta.
Because she's bad brain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you know how I mentioned her color changing hair?
Yeah.
She's platinum blonde.
Okay, so she's not herself.
No.
Got it.
That's where, like, the whole color changing hair comes in.
Got it.
It's like, if she's platinum blonde, she's either really fucking scared or she's not Lyta.
Yeah, got it.
So then they'd fight Lyta until she breaks free of the mind control. She'd go live off and recover with her boyfriend Bilbo. And then the company would go fight Crowley, Crimson, in Crimson Castle in Zetmond, which is a dead city, and they just every 5 seconds, new zombie.
It's just a zombie spawner?
Essentially.
As a city?
Yes.
What happens when there's many zombie?
I never got this far in the thing.
Okay, you just wanted a zombie spawner as a obstacle.
Yes.
Okay, I imagine they just kind of pile up and turn into goop and then they dissipate over time or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so your concept with a villain was want to take over the world, very classic villain, and there's 3 milestones to get to that final big bad evil fight?
Yes.
Okay, so it started with his minion.
Yep.
Then it starts with the traitor.
Yep.
Yeah. Step 1, step 2, and then the big bad.
Yep.
Okay, so you kind of do too many bosses and main boss type for for this particular campaign.
Yes.
Okay.
The way that I was explained to D&D campaigns is that you should have. This is not the only way to have a D&D campaign. However, it has worked best for me that you should have 3 arcs, and then 3 quests per arc, and then that is your overall campaign.
Okay, so it's a good way to just outline what you want the campaign to be long term, but with enough steps broken down. So in theory, you could do 1 quest per session, so it's a 9-session thing, or you could drag it out to however long you need it to.
And they freaking dragged it out.
Yeah,
I'm really bad at the dragging out.
They tend to go long, because we never even got to the first fight when we did that in the campaign.
So you know, the assassins? So originally it was supposed to be that I was hoping somebody in the party would be evil enough that they would accept the Ash's offer of money to go stabby on other party members. Nobody did.
Most party people see that as taboo unless you explicitly give them...
Well, they wouldn't know they were attacking a party member. There's just, your target is in this room.
Okay, so they just said, will you kill for money?
Yeah.
And everyone in our party said no.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I know Laurie was part of that, and he just went, I don't care about money, was his problem.
Yeah.
He wants interesting stuff to happen. His whole motive is just interest.
Yeah. So I made Ashes a high enough level that he could just create multiple clones of himself to go stabby.
Okay, so that's a good workaround if your players don't want to do it. You just give them a new ability that works around it.
Hadrian.
Yeah, no, we'll get to it. So, anything else on your villain? Your villain process, your minions?
I took a thing out of Fast and Furious, and if the potential campaign ramifications was, if they got out of Zetmont without getting killed, Crimson's older brother goes after them. So it'd be a nice way to continue the campaign, but differently.
Okay, so that's like an alternative ending. Okay. But it's good to have alternative endings because things don't go the way you think they're going to.
Yeah.
And it's also, I like the 3-step process because you can, in theory, just cut parts out, speed along some if there's a pacing problem. Because I think that's my biggest issue with campaigns is just pacing is so hard. Especially with, big bag, big plans.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I tend to be a lot more small scale when it comes to my villains and that whole process. Perfect segue.
Right.
So with my villains, I don't have a I want to defeat the world type of mindset. I have the everything's a shade of gray aspect. So a lot of my villains are characters that you interact on the regular basis. So in my campaign, it is set place in a circus, and the ringleader is actually the big bad, but he's also the party's boss. So they got hired into the circus, and he's not the big bad in the sense of, I want to destroy people, I want to do bad things. He is just an unempathetic guy that wants to be a successful entertainer. He wants the fame and attention.
Sorry, I just had to scroll, like, if you did the thing to Daenerys that you did with the other thing in front of the party, how would they react?
Oh, I was planning on it.
Oh, good.
I was gonna do that before you left.
Cool. Sorry, scroll.
You're good. So Hadrian's basically, his life goal is to just be recognized as a good entertainer. That's his background. But he is a wizard necromancer because he used to do adventuring on his own, and he just went, I'm not getting the recognition from this because it's an evil viewed power of necromancy is inherently evil, so when he would do good things with it, it would get discounted. So he just went, okay, fuck that. I'm gonna take advantage of the world not allowing more obscure races, so I'm gonna run a freak show with it and get fame and fortune through that of being the only access. Yes.
I forgot a thing. Continue.
Okay. So he starts a freak show very willingly with these people. Like Ruby and Osha, my Dragonborn and Drider, they go willingly to have that experience. So he's not bad to them, but then he starts running out of acts. And he's like, I need to keep this fresh. So he went out and he found an orphan and abused child that is Chloe's character, Daenerys. And he basically stole a baby orphan to raise in this circus. So you'd be like, okay, that's bad, but he did find an orphan that was largely abused, and he did give her a home, and he did take care of her, but not out of the good of his heart. But then as things go on, he's very unsympathetic. He doesn't have a lot of emotion. So when she starts to get into her rebellious teen phase, he actually breaks her wing as a way of like, no, you will listen to me. And that's when he starts to get more and more evil. So basically the party is going to stumble upon Daenerys' wing getting snapped. And when they start to do something, he's going to memory wipe them in order to get his way. He's a manipulator. He's going to get his way.
Done.
Yeah. Good.
You gotta do the dramatic.
Oh. So, basically, he's a bad guy in that sense of he's just selfish and doesn't have a lot of sympathy, but he doesn't want to ruin anyone's life. He just happens to. When he needs a new act, he'll just kind of find a unique child and steal it, because he stole my Tabaxi character as well. Of the Tabaxi was deemed to be sent to the Alcatraz Island, where most...
It's Australia.
Yeah, it's the size of Australia, but it's a prison island.
That's what Australia was.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no. It was a place to send British criminals.
Oh, yeah, it's Australia then. I didn't know that. I just went, it's Alcatraz, but big, like the size of a country, and it's run by basically mafia bosses. But little ones tend to not last there unless they are reared to be, like, ruthless and used to that world. So Hadrian basically intercepted one of the kitten babies and was just like, you're mine now, you're gonna live with me. And they raised him fine, but they're also like, you're gonna perform, or I'm gonna kind of smack you around a little bit. Like, it was one of those. So he was just an abusive father that wanted to be a movie star and never got to it, I guess.
They say that so casually.
I don't know. I've also written about 70,000 words with this bitch, so... So yeah, he's a villain, but like mild villain in regards to like how grand of plans you can have.
Yeah.
He's kind of like your mini boss, but he's like the big boss because you have to work with him, so it's this weird traitor situation, and then if you do imprison him or kill him, then the people who are part of the show are
What happens to them?
Yeah, what happens to them? They get sent to mute fair, which is far worse. So it becomes this whole moral problem, but it's all shades of gray because he is genuinely wanting to spread happiness, and it's not about the money, it's about the recognition. So he just wants it big. He wants the best show ever. He wants the most talented, and he's just not morally good, but he's not bad either. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, he's weird, and I like that moral conundrum of, do you keep it alive and let this happen?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you fix this? Like, I want that dilemma. It's not, oh, he's the bad guy, you have to kill him and it's a bad fight. I want that, like, bad things happen if he dies, and bad things happen if he lives. Yes?
You could do an Uno reverse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how magic works in that campaign, but he tries to do another memory wipe, and you hold up the mirror.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then...
Or like a magic mirror, and it just bounces right back to him.
Yeah, but that would just change his memory of that event. So, like, when he breaks Daenerys' wing, he goes, oh, she just fell in the forest. Like, and that's gonna keep her there. And it's like, no, stay with Dad, because I'm gonna protect you. If you leave, you're gonna get even more broken. So he implanted that in everyone that saw him, so they just went, you're overreacting. I literally came over to help her, and she started freaking out and calling me a bastard. Like, it looked bad, but I was just helping her, and she's hurt. She's in panic mode.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's very manipulative, has no remorse. He even lies to his wife, who he is, like, adoring of because he doesn't want to worry her.
Well, you also hinted that he might have caused her injury.
Yeah, his wife is deaf, and he does have a spell that's deafness and blindness. So I was thinking that maybe something had gone bad and he had caused her deafness, but then he memory wipes her, so she just thinks that she went deaf through an illness or some sort. We're not sure on that one, but he's that kind of villain where he just does whatever he wants to get his way, but he has no grand rule the world issues.
It vaguely reminds me of Click.
The Adam Sandler movie?
Yes!
just what?
Okay.
Why is today reference day?
I don't know.
We're supposed to be talking about villains and big bads.
And we're talking about Adam Sandler right
Yeah.
now. Okay, so in the movie, he clicks through trying to get to like the good parts of life.
Oh, yeah. So he does the memory... I was thinking more Men in Black it.
Oh, yeah.
Memory wipe for convenience in order to...
Yeah. All thoughts left brain. Because, like, I had a good fucking point.
Adam Sandler, Click, fast forward the good parts of life. He's memory wiping until he gets the good ending for himself.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I do have, like, normal villains of, like, I just had a big monster goop thing in our last campaign, and it was just, like, I need an event this campaign. So I made this tar monster that bleeds oil, and
then you made the rest of the party sad.
Well, okay, so the thing's basically a sentient skull on a tar body. Think, No Face from It. No, from It? What? From Spirited Away.
Fucking hell.
Sorry, I'm thinking about clowns today. So think No Face from Spirited Away, but make it big and monstery and scary. It was just kind of chilling in the woods, and then everyone started attacking him. And then he, like, pretty much is dead now. They're stabbing him in the eye, so he's bleeding oil, and then they light him on fire. But as he's, like, dying and on the last few hit points, it just lays there and accepts death. Didn't say a word, It cried out and was fighting at the beginning, and then it just kind of went like, and then it just died.
But the fact that it didn't move.
What was it gonna do? He had its head tied to the floor so you could stab him easier.
He could fight back. He could try to talk to us.
He could have, but you guys just kind of burst into it and then, like...
We were scared.
You...
I'm justifying this shit. Fuck you.
They did an Arcana check, and I said, you have a bad feeling. It kind of feels like, ugh. Like, if that was a magic. Because I think magic, you get a feeling rather than, like, it's pure evil. It's like, no, it's just kind of like, ugh, creepy crawly vibes. Yeah. So then they just went, okay, if we find the thing with the, vibes, you stab it, and that's what they did. But to be fair, you did need to kill it to get the portal key.
What portal key?
The fucking gemstone that the other one has.
That's the key?
Yes, I told you that.
You did?
Yes! I said it literally is the key to the water realm. This was a water creature. It didn't belong to that plane of existence. It was summoned.
I remember that.
It was summoned by something, Hadrian and Portal Man, accidentally.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like a tar monster from the ocean plane. And that key opens the portal, but you need to find the portal.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's what that gemstone is. Huh. So you needed to murder it. That's why Miller just lit it on fire, but... Yeah, no, it spoke 8 languages and no one tried to talk to it. And I didn't say it was evil, I just said it went, huh. See, I like morally conundruming villain. She's just shaking her knitting needle at me.
It's a crochet hook, fuck you.
You usually knit. Okay. Name a villain.
This is the fucking Thanksgiving episode. I'm bringing back the fucking Thanksgiving campaign.
Okay, explain to me what the Thanksgiving campaign was.
You were a part of the fucking Thanksgiving campaign.
Yes, but not all the audience was.
Okay, so I heard this in a D&D podcast, and I fell in love with it, and I forced my players to do this. So you have a village of humans fighting against a city of elves in the woods, and the elves are causing a lot of bad things to the humans, and a couple of the party end up getting turned to stone. Mm-hmm. So they're hoping things like, well, shit, our party members are turned to stone, we gotta go save them, figure out what the heck is going on. So they go into the woods, and the elves had been just pushed off of their... It's been a bit. I can't remember. Either way.
We fight a chicken.
So... so you guys fight a cylindrical red gelatinous cube cylinder.
That is cranberry sauce.
Yep.
Yep. And
then the big bad evil of that campaign, of that session, was a cockatrice, which is just a giant fucking chicken.
And then, did we end up lighting it on fire and eating it?
No, but, like, the village people and the elves all ended up coming together and, like, everything is calm now. Let us eat this food together.
Went real school play with that real quick. Oh no, the giant chicken's dead. I guess we must group up to eat it.
Well, like, I think it's well worked out in my notes. I don't have the notes on me, though.
Yeah.
But it's like, the chicken was causing discord with the elves. The humans were causing discord with the elves, but now that the chicken's gone, the elves are chill, and the humans are chill. So everybody's happy now. And it's just like, oh yeah, all the elves and the humans came together to eat the chicken together. And just the audible... Oh, from the entire room was the best fucking part of doing that session.
Because it was not explained that this was a Thanksgiving themed campaign until the end.
Yeah.
It was literally just a one shot that we had to figure out.
Like, I was like, very specific, hey, I want to do a one shot the like week before Thanksgiving. And they're like, okay. And we didn't get everybody there, but we got enough people, and the people who are missing made sense to just freeze.
Yeah, we just turned them into stone for that one. So that's a good way to do, like, I have one session to do a villain, is I just threw together the tar monster, and then you put, like, a themed Thanksgiving episode together, but did more monsters with that. So it's not big bad evils, but they are villains in the sense of what your party members face.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like your party is the protagonist, and whatever they fight is the antagonist.
Mm-hmm.
So, cool. Do we have any other villains that we can throw in there? We kind of did our big bad, like, plot line characters.
Uh-huh.
And then we have our one-shot, quote-unquote, villains.
Uh-huh.
Do we have any, like, goofy villains? Like, do we have any that are just thrown in there and they're just kind of meh? You know?
Yes, but
Wasn't the Dollmaker going to be one of those? Where we had a villain that was very minor for most of it, and it was going to be basically this traveling shop that made dolls of your characters, but if you held onto that doll for long enough, you would switch places with it.
You got very R.L. Stein with that.
Did I?
There's literally an episode like that.
Oh, I was taking it from Teen Titans. No, there's literally an episode where all they get dolls of their characters and they're goofing around with them, and then that's what causes Starfire and Raven to switch bodies. But they just have little dolls, so then their real souls are in there. They're going, "Help me!" And they're like, "I don't know how to use your powers," because the dolls got switched up or something.
Yeah.
Like one of them, I think, swapped the heads on it or something weird. Like they just went just to see what would happen. I don't know. Probably I don't remember. Again, this is an episode full of references. But yeah, basically just a minor villain.
Yeah.
Didn't we have one in the city we took over where there was just like a guy that came over and would just like put a rock in your way or something? It was just something stupid.
I don't remember. I know we talked about the Dollmaker though.
Yeah.
Just briefly, because you were doing little crocheted versions of the characters.
I lost Miller. I don't know where he went. Like, he's gone.
How?
I don't know. He's bright fucking red.
I know! You have to fucking dig through the house.
Yeah. But yeah, we talked about the doll maker because I was making dolls of my characters, and we're like, oh, that'd be fun if that happened.
But yeah, so like they would come. It'd just be like a little like stand in like a town square or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be the like weird thing where like all of the members of the party had matching dolls from this person that they'd never met before.
Yeah, like the dolls were already made. It wasn't custom order. It was like, no, it's already there.
Yeah. And so like the thing would be like it's an evil villain.
Yeah, but not a big bad, but just like one of those, oh, if you do this thing, it'll undo the... It was a long con thing.
Yeah.
It was that if they spend enough time, like 1, 2, 3 sessions with the doll in their inventory, they would start acting weird. I think we were going to inflict madness on them until, like, the doll was smashed, and then it was... the heart had to be returned to the guy or something. That was my plan, but just a side villain, if you will.
Yeah. Because, like, there's also... I remember I did a campaign once where, like, this whole town was affected by, like, a plague or something. And there was a wizard who had the cure, but people thought he was the cause of it. So accidental villains.
Okay, yeah.
But then, and, like, he's like, I'm not leaving my frickin' tower. Are you nuts?
Yeah. Cool. All right, you're gonna hate me. Quote of the day.
Fuck.
Yep. Flipping through notebook.
Shush. Getting it on with Sparky Alchemist?
Getting it on with Sparky Alchemist. Who was that? Who said that?
Nobody said it. It's just in my fucking notes.
Okay, so this is a Chloe exclusive.
No trust for Eli. It was Eli.
I don't know. I have a centaur that's Eli that no one knows about.
Oh, no. Okay, so this was the plague doctor dude.
Okay, Plague Doctor Man.
He's getting it on with Sparky Alchemist.
Okay.
He strangles SB before being picked up by person.
Are we just reading your field notes? What the fuck?
Yes.
Okay, well, there is your, I don't know, quote. Whoa, no, I'm moving things. There is your quote of the episode. But thank you guys for listening to this nonsense. Basically, with villains, do whatever you feel like. You can have accidental villains, you can have minor inconvenience villains, you can have long play villains, you can have the guy that wants to take over the world, or you could just have the guy that's just an asshole. And your party has to figure out if they want to murder him or not.
Yeah.
So, thank you for watching, listening, doing whatever you're doing.
Do the thing.
Like,
Doing the thing.
Like, comment, watch the other episodes. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.